What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Anime Casuals. I am Lucky, and today we are talking about those grand entrances that the hero makes just in the nick of time, or at least before anything else can be destroyed. Now, there are a lot of these, so if you don't see one that you thought should have been on the list, let me know in the comments down below, and I can always make a part 2. Don't forget to check out the description for spoilers, and this is actually going to be the first video that I decided to take full responsibility for. I'm actually going to put these in order from least to greatest, at least in my opinion, starting with number 5. So you guys can feel free to wreck me in the comments because I did not put it in the right order. So let's get straight into my top 5 heroic entrances in anime. Number 5 is when Tomioka saves Tanjiro, Demon Slayer. So Demon Slayer is the newest anime on this whole list, and this entrance was epic. We all know Tomioka as the man who saves Tanjiro from his sister and entrusted him enough to let him become a demon slayer. We also know that Tanjiro has learned water breathing techniques from former water Hashira Urokodaki. But when Tanjiro faces a foe that he has no hope of beating, it becomes clear that he'll need some help. Even before Tomioka makes his grand entrance, he saves Inosuke from the father spider demon, and pretty easily at that. But when we figure out that Rui is part of the lower ranks of the 12 Kisukis, we know that he's in a league all his own. However, just seeing Tomioka handle Rui with one strike and just walk off was incredible enough, but it also gave a hint of how powerful Tanjiro can become. Tomioka might not be the most popular Hashira, but he's still my favorite. Number 4 is when Kenpachi saves Ichigo, Bleach. Now, Kenpachi is not the only captain to have entered Hueco Mundo, but in my opinion, he's the only one that counts. Now, right before Kenpachi makes his grand entrance, we saw that Ichigo had a crazy fight with Grimmjow, the number 6 Espada, but then the number 5 Neutra ends up making his grand entrance as well. Now, Nell ends up doing some weird stuff, ends up getting back her memories and becoming a full-blown Espada again, beats the crap out of him, but goes back to a baby. He kicks her like a football and proceeds to beat on Ichigo. Then his partner Tessera ends up beating the crap out of Ichigo, but then as he's about to deliver the final blow, there he is, Kenpachi, everyone, with his badass entrance. Even though Neutra ends up figuring out the danger of Kenpachi, unfortunately his partner does not, which leads to him basically being cut in half. The reason why I put this entrance highest amongst the captains is because A, he's fighting somebody that is more powerful than the last person that Ichigo barely beat. And come on, it's Kenpachi, y'all. I think the best part about this fight is that Kenpachi's having so much fun that when he realizes, oh wait, I might actually die from this, he just figures out, you know, maybe I'll just put 2 hands on my sword and just obliterate everything in sight. Man, if he was playing Skyrim, his 2-handed skill would be over 100. Number 3 is when Midoriya saves Ida, My Hero Academia. So backing up real quick, we know that hero killer Stain is, well, a hero killer. And he ends up putting Ida's brother into the hospital to the point where he is never going to be able to do hero work again. Now, fast forwarding, Ida ends up finding out where Stain is and ends up trying to take him on all by himself, but to no avail. Now, I think if any one of us was in Ida's position, we probably would have done the same thing, try and get revenge. Well, this just pisses off Stain a whole lot more because he has his own philosophies of what a hero should be, and in his opinion, Ida does not fit that bill, simply coming after him for his own selfish goals. However, when it looks like Stain is about to finish Ida off, that's when Midoriya comes in. Just seeing Midoriya jump from wall to wall and giving Stain the Hail Mary from hell, whew, was the cherry on top. Now, of course, Todoroki does end up getting into this fight, but at this point, Midoriya had just been injuring himself all of the time, and seeing him get used to his powers and actually be in a fight where he's not always injuring himself was so awesome to see. Even though Stain did some pretty terrible things, I have to say thank you for delivering us this scene. Number 2 is when Shanks stops the war, One Piece. So I think one of the best things about One Piece is its world building and its character development. That being said, since there are so many characters involved in this war, there's a lot more on the line, and since people are just dropping like flies, and at this point, also Ace, you know, the main person that they went to go save, is dead, well, all starts to feel hopeless. Akainu looks like he's about to have his way, and then here comes Kobe with his enhanced empathy, his observation hockey, whatever you want to call it. Well, he tries to stop Akainu, but to no avail, and that's when my boy Shanks comes in, big dick. Get it? Okay, maybe the big dick part was a little too much, but you have to admit that was super badass. Anyway, Shanks just comes in and literally nobody wanted to fight him. Not Blackbeard with his new ability that he attained from Whitebeard, just stops an admiral, tells everybody, hey, if you want to keep fighting, we gotta fight for you. Let's see what's going on. Shanks even comes in, demands the body of Whitebeard and Ace, to which all of the Navy says, hell no, and Sengoku's like, you know, just because it's you, I will. The thing is we haven't really seen a whole lot of Shanks. We've seen little tidbits of him. We saw him in the very beginning in his intro of how he gave the straw hat to Luffy, but we've never seen him really assert his dominance like this. Also, it had been hinted at that he was fighting Kaido a little bit ago, so going from fighting an emperor of the sea to stopping a whole war is pretty ridiculous. And just the way that he came in, you know, this summit war had been going on a long time. And so when he actually just came in, said stop, it really showed the incredible presence that Shanks has as an emperor. Everybody who thinks, well, Shanks just has one arm. Well, I ask you, can you stop a whole war by yourself? Number 1 is when Naruto returns to Konoha to face Pain, Naruto Shippuden. Okay, surprise, surprise, there is a Naruto entry on this list, but I really couldn't help it. For people that don't know, I'm a huge fan of Naruto, and in particular this fight, just because of the philosophical questions that Pain asks Naruto, the utter confusion that Naruto has, but also this is a sick-ass entrance. So the thing about this entrance is technically Naruto gets there a bit late, because Pain kind of destroyed Konoha, killed countless people, but it definitely gave the groundwork to a great entrance. After Pain killed Jiraiya and Naruto had some time to mourn and then ended up going to Mount Miyaboku to train with the Sage Frog, it was understood that at some point Naruto and Pain were gonna have to cross paths, but when they did, oh my goodness. It was almost like seeing a completely different Naruto. You know, here's this Naruto that's just super confident, super prepared. And even when he asks Tsunade, hey, where is Kakashi? I can actually sense everybody. Is he away from the village? And, you know, obviously he's dead at this point. Naruto just says, all right, I'll deal with that later. Get her out of here. For people that don't know, that maybe, you know, got into Naruto later, like when this came out, it was really revolutionary in terms of having Naruto be this big badass character, because as I've alluded to on other countdowns, Naruto is usually kind of the Joker character. But I gotta say, seeing Naruto in that red vest, which by the way, we never get to see again, which does make me a little bit sad. But in the end, Naruto, your entrance got you to number 1. What did you guys think of the countdown? As I said, this is my first time putting things in order, and I know a lot of you are going to have your own opinions here, so please let me know in the comments. And as always, guys, you can email us at animecasuals with an S, real, R-E-A-L, @gmail.com if you guys ever want to suggest anything for us. Don't forget, guys, to keep it casual.